Kennel. Good boy. So we've been working on the 3 Ds of place training, being able to send Hex to a platform from a distance, have him stay on the platform for longer and longer durations, and now we're ready to work on having him stay on this platform through distractions. Let's show you what that looks like today. Hey guys, Kat here from Standing Stone, and we are going to be working on the next step of place training with Hex today. So far we've worked on collar conditioning him to a platform and being able to send him from a distance, having him stay on that platform for longer durations, and now we're going to be working on staying on his platform through some distractions. So let's start the first step of that, sending him to his platform from a distance. Hex, Hex, Kennel, good. We're still incorporating some food rewards, just his meal for today, into this training session, keeping the engagement going, keeping it exciting. So now, remember in his last video, we worked on duration. So if he steps off of his dog bed, his platform here, he's going to feel the collar immediately turn back on. Hex, Hex, Hex. Good. As soon as he's back on, the collar is going to shut off. We're just using vibrate still at this point. Treat as a distraction in this situation. Is there one under the platform? Maybe. Come in, all the way. Good. So as soon as he comes off that bed, he's going to feel the collar until he's back on the platform here. Using some food rewards. I noticed in one of his last sessions, though, incorporating the food rewards, he's pretty smart, and he's like, hey, if I get off this bed again, off this platform, and go back on there, I'm probably going to get another food reward. So I don't want to overuse my food rewards. He's feeling vibrate the entire time he's off the bed, off the platform here. Hex. Kennel. So now it's time to start this proofing process, where he's not having enough deterrence of staying on this platform with just vibrate. It's something that he can easily ignore. He's like, yeah, I know how to shut this off. I know what to do, but vibrate's not that big of a deterrent for me to get back off of the platform. So I've got my collar. I'm using the DD700, and I've got the collar. I'm just double checking, making sure it's set to a 1. So if he gets off of his platform now, I'm going to redirect him with some stimulation. He's feeling a nick, then back onto his platform. So if a nick on a 1 isn't enough to regain his focus and then be able to send him back to his platform with vibrate, I would go up to a 2 or a 3 until I get that desired response of, we've got nick. He's still kind of ignoring, so we're going to go up to a 2. We're nicking on a 2, still no attention. 3, okay, there we go. So he felt a 3 with the collar, on a nick, which is momentary stimulation, and then as soon as I actually saw that I had his attention again, looked up, wasn't just sniffing, vibrate until he gets back on the platform here. So we're still on that 3, so we're moving up to a 4. There's more distractions. He's able to ignore the 4. Now we're up to a 5, a 6, 7, 8, 9, there we go. His attention is back, guys. Nicks up to a 9 to get him focused, paying back attention. Then we switch to vibrate as soon as we have his attention. So in his last video, we showed that, good. So I was able to re-engage his focus a lot faster that time until he got distracted over by the platforms over here under the training table before. This time he popped off. I even used some verbal nick, vibrate back on. And I'm back down to like a 6 on the nick. Now this is just what's working for him. That's not necessarily what's going to work for your puppy. So nick, back on. Nick, back on with vibrate. So in his last video, we were able to show that just a little bit of movement from me was enough to pull him off of that platform, enough of a distraction that he keyed off of that and got off the platform. So we were trying to build on that duration at that point. And we've really been able to get a longer duration, especially in low distraction situations while we're just sitting around working on emails, not moving around the living room and the kitchen too often. Got his attention, vibrate back on. So I'm going to go back up a little bit, make this a little bit more like a deterrent that, hey, maybe I shouldn't get off this platform, so that it's more of, hey, this is the safe place to be. I'm not going to feel the collar when I'm on this platform, but as soon as I get off, I'm going to feel some stimulation. Then back to my previous thought of being able to distract him a little bit with some body language, moving around, and him being able to stay on the platform through those distractions and for a longer duration. We've made some good progress by going back up on the collar. Now this is where it's going to be difficult. If I go behind him, he's got the hiccups. If I go behind him, he's going to move his body. The Cato board's a pretty small platform, and he may come off of it. So we're going to just keep watching him, try and challenge him a little bit. Small baby steps here. So we feel the collar, vibrate until he's back on. And if you notice, I'm not really giving him the cue kennel because he's supposed to already be there. So we're to the point where we're not doing necessarily we're not doing negative reinforcement anymore. We're doing positive punishment with this training session where he knows he's supposed to be there. We're working on duration through distractions, and if he gets off, he's going to get a correction. We're adding that positive punishment to the situation until he's back on the platform because he knows that's where he's supposed to be. So just adding some more distractions, just movement at this point, is a big enough distraction to pull him off the platform. Good. And I'm just pulsing that nick button a couple times, switching back to vibrate to move him onto the platform when he gets off. So like I said, this is just big enough distraction for him at this point to work through and to help condition him to stay on the bed, on the platform for longer durations and through these distractions. Let's see if we can get a complete 360 around him this time. This is huge progress, guys. Oh, he thought about it. That was good that he thought about it and caught himself and corrected himself. That means he's getting a much better understanding of, hey, this is the place to be. And vibrate's not enough at this point anymore to keep him there. So we're keeping him there through a few nicks on the collar, proofing this process of getting him to stay there through distractions for longer durations. Good boy. Let's go ahead and reward him, give him some love, give him a few little kibble bites. We can say, okay, we're going to release him. Good job. Then I'm going to send him back with vibrate, kennel. Immediately gets there. Now we're going to be ready again if he comes off with a couple nicks as his correction of getting off the bed to proof this. Felt the collar, right back on. He's definitely feeling it and respecting the collar and understands that, hey, the way it shuts off is for me to get back on this bed. We can add additional distractions when he's ready, which I wouldn't say that he is. You know, the fact that I finally have been able to make a complete 360 circle around him is great. Well, one little paw off. Good. But I wouldn't say he's ready to have another dog walk through this room during his training session and be able to stay on his place through that, or somebody walk through the front door here. He's still working on enough proofing, understanding, staying on his bed through these distractions that I'm adding, which is just me in this training session right now. Good. I'm going to try and make one more complete 360, and then we're going to be able to incorporate this proofing process in the house and continue its conditioning so that we can add more distractions, which is what we're all waiting for, is being able to have him stay on a dog bed for longer durations through all of the distractions that life has to offer us. So, great job, buddy. You did awesome, Hex. I'm Kat, the dog trainer. This is Hex, and we will see you in his next video.